Well, high profits and soaring anger. Oil and gas companies under fire tonight as multi-billion-dollar profits are coming to light. And among those leading the criticism, the former Labor Secretary of the U.S. Our business and tech reporter Scott Budman brings us his view along with that of an oil company executive. Scott.
Yeah, Janelle, you're talking about Secretary Robert Reich, now a UC Berkeley professor who says oil companies are just flat out bringing in too much money at the expense of consumers.
With gas prices perched at record highs, you can hear the frustration.
Man, it's ridiculous out here.
It's really expensive. It's going up high.
You can also hear people, both commuters and former government officials, criticizing oil companies.
Americans are paying too much. Companies are getting too profitable.
That's former Labor Secretary Robert Reich speaking on our 7 o'clock news Tuesday night about rising oil company profits. Profits he calls excessive.
If these were companies in strict competition with each other, they would not be raising the prices. The fact is that they don't have to worry about competition. They're raising prices because they are so dominant in their industry.
And the money is flowing in. Over the last 3 months, Shell pulled in more than $9 billion in profit. ExxonMobil, nearly $9 billion. Chevron, $6.5 billion. On average, each company earned $1.2 billion more in profit than during this time last year.
Those integrated oil companies and refiners are doing quite well right now. There's no doubt about it.
And while not denying the profits, the chairman of Robinson Oil, they own Rotten Robbie gas stations, says it's important to also take into account current events, including a choked off supply of oil. At the same time, more people suddenly want to travel.
I think that it's important to recognize that it wasn't very long ago that we had excess supply and demand was low and prices were low. Now it's just the reverse. We've got greater demand and we've got supply problems. Certainly the most recent one is Russia.
One of the reasons oil trackers say it's unlikely prices will drop anytime soon. After all, we're just entering into the summer travel season. Robert Reich suggests an extra tax on oil company profits, with that money passed on to consumers. Jessica?